All right, welcome back. In this assignment, we're going to apply a filter for hue rotations. Now, hue rotation is just the turning of the color wheel, so we are going to be rotating in degrees. But if you think about your colors, like if you were to rotate the color wheel 180 degrees, for example, you're looking at opposite colors on the color wheel. So the opposite of blue would be, let's see if I can remember, orange. And the opposite of red is green. And the opposite of yellow is purple. So 180 degrees, which we do have in this rotation set because we're rotating the color wheel 45 degrees every picture. So we have classes already created for the rotation, so we don't have to worry about that every 45 degrees. And if you needed to see that, here are what the pictures look like. Now I'm going to make the pictures a little bit smaller, but again, the size that I make them, the assignment may call for a specific size, but I think any size will work on the assignment. So in the style sheet, that's the first thing I'm going to do is make my images just a little bit smaller just so we can see them. So I'm going to adjust the width to, let's say, 100 pixels and see if that shows on the screen here. So run it. Yeah, see, and so all the pictures are being shown right there. So as I rotate the hue, then it should show each of these as I pull it up instead of having to scroll. Now, if you want to make those bigger, you're welcome to do that, but I'm just going to keep them as is. So with those, now we remember that there were classes for each of the rotations, right? So the first rotation we saw was 45 degrees, so that's HUE-45, and then we got our fancy brackets there. And what are we applying? We're applying a filter for HUE, and this is a common mistake with me. So HUE dash, and I'll do a rotation sometimes. Of course, this isn't going to actually work because it's not rotation, it's rotate. So it's HUE dash ROTATE, and then we got a set of parentheses, and then you apply the degrees. In this case, it's 45, so 45 DEG for degrees. Close your parentheses and then put in a semicolon. Now this will take the first image that we have from the Library of Congress and apply, because it's the only image that has the hue 45 class, and apply that filter to it. So I can go to my web page now, and again you can see a slight change there in the picture. You can see that the blue has been rotated 45 degrees now into a purple. So again, what would we expect to happen after 90 degrees? It's probably going to be red. And let's take a look at that. The next one is hue 90. So the same idea, it's a class, so dot HUE-90, open fancy brackets, close fancy brackets, and we're going to apply a filter, FILTER colon HUE-ROTATE, parentheses, and again it's 90 DEG. So there it is. I apply it, and there it is. The blue sky is it shifted to purple and now red. So let's see. The next one will probably be orange, right? That'll be orange and yellow, orange. Maybe I'm getting my colors mixed up. Well, we'll find out. In any case. So next up. Again, I don't need to look at the class. I know it's every 45 degrees, so 90 plus 45 is going to be 135. Well, that's hue. Dot HUE-135, fancy brackets, And the filter is a hue-rotate, parentheses, of 135, DEG, close parentheses, and then let's see what that does. There's kind of an orange color, I guess, so it went from purple, red, orange. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Purple, red, orange. And then it should be yellow, right? So dot HUE-180. Oh, it seems like that's backwards to me, but whatever. What do I know? Filter, colon, HUE-ROTATE, parentheses, 180 DEG, semicolon after the closing parentheses there, and there it is. So that's yellow right there. That's throwing me off, but either way, it is 180. The last one that we had was for 225, so dot HUE-225 fancy brackets, close fancy brackets, in between FILTER colon HUE-ROTATE parentheses 225 DEG close parentheses semicolon. And from this one we can see it then went to green. So of course the next, let's see, 225. I guess we could have done another one, right? 45 would have been 270. So, well, we're not going to go there, but I'm trying to think what that next color would be. Maybe somewhere between green and blue. Either way, that's what our hue rotation looks like. So let's go and make the pictures bigger now so that we can kind of see what that looks like. There they are. And scrolling through, you can now see the colors a little bit more profoundly, including the grass, right? The grass changed colors there. So that is all we got for this one. Let's zoom out so that you can see the code that we put in. This is, what the heck? How does that have an effect on my picture? Nope. It looks like it accepted that square bracket. Shouldn't have been there though. So that is all we got for this assignment. Again, if you need the code, this is a good time to pause the video. See if I can make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And of course, on the index, we actually did not do any work here. This was all provided for us with the corresponding pictures of lighthouses for me. Once again, no horses for me, but lighthouses instead, and it works. There's the code again. So if you need the video, pause it. If you need the code, pause it. But that's it for me.